Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shantae and this is another budgeting YouTube video. So it's another week. It's the third week of June. So I have my third paycheck, but before I get to my paycheck, I have to go through my transactions from each of my accounts and update all my information so I can budget my paycheck. So this is YNAB, YNAB. It's called YNAB Budget. It's a budgeting software that I use to help budget my paycheck and track my expenses. So I got paid today. It's the third week of June, and before I do that, I have to track my spending. So in YNAB, you can connect your accounts, but I don't have any of my accounts connected, so I do it manually. So I work from bottom to top. So I start with my first credit card. There's some transactions that I have on a reoccurring, so it'll come out automatically even though my accounts are not connected. So let me just make sure everything is correct. So let's go to view all. So this is my scheduled transactions. So it comes out automatically because most of these prices don't change too much. So today is the 18th of June. So the last time I budgeted, which was around last week, June 7th is the most recent transaction I have. So I have to go through my account on my phone and put in all my recent transaction from the last week. Okay, so this is my first credit card. In my account, there don't look like there's too many changes. The first few weeks, it just depends on each card. So 1 week of expenses, I really don't shop too much, so I don't have too much coming out of my account other than my regular bills. So let's see. The last thing, I have this $9.99. So recently my phone bill came out, so that's correct, and that puts me at $107.73. That's correct, so I can reconcile this, and that's all I need to do for that first credit card. So let's go to the next one. For the last few videos, I was behind 2 weeks, so I had to split my transactions from my budgeting my paycheck. But when I do it on a regular schedule, when I do it weekly, there's not too many transactions to go through. So let's go to my second credit card. I mainly use my credit cards, so I don't use my debit card too much other than to pay my credit cards off, as well as like cash apps and small little transactions like that. And also my rent and water bill comes directly from my bank account. I would like to use it on my credit card just to get the interest that I get from my credit cards, but the fee is way more than it's worth, so I do it directly from my bank account. So this second credit card looks like it has a few more transactions to put in. So the last thing was some gas for $28.34. So let me go down and find that, and that was on the 28th of May, so that was the last time I checked this card. So I have 5 transactions to put in, so let me start with that. Every time I buy something from the grocery store, I have to check what it was just so I can know whether to put it in groceries or if I have to put it in household. So let me just check that real quick. My last few purchases from the grocery store, and I have the app, so it's easy to check. I don't have to go through a bunch of receipts. So I have 3 grocery store purchases, so let me put those in. The first one was groceries, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to put things that I buy for the house that I know me and the people who live with me are going to share. Should I take it out of household so I can have my full grocery budget to myself for things I know I'm only going to use, even if the item is still a food purchase? So for example, this is a sleepy time tea that me and my sister drink. I had to refill on that separately, so I bought it on the 3rd, or it came out of my account on the 3rd. This is from groceries. Oops, wrong one. Groceries right here, and then I'll put what it was for because sometimes I need the reminder. So it was $8.57. I want to see if I want to take it out of my grocery bill or if I want to take it out of household. Oh, I'm gonna cancel that and let me go to view all just in case. Okay, so I do have these transactions in already. So there go the gas, there go the $8.57, the $5.84, the $11.99, I need to approve that, and the $89.83, I need to approve that. So that was actually, I only have one extra thing that I have to add, and I did take it out of household. So apparently I made up my mind last week. So let me just put in what it was for. So it's things like that, things like sugar that we share, like a whole little tea section me and my sister share. So we get lemon juice, our sleepy time tea, she get different type of tea, and just things like that. So, and since it's both of us using it, it has to be bought more often. So I don't want to keep taking $9 out of my grocery budget and then sugar and things like that, because that leave me less money to have for my actual meals. And I don't really use my household too much. Okay, so I have to add a transaction in between these last two. So like I said, I did a full grocery pickup on around the 12th, so it says June 12th, and I made this last week Thursday, but it was still pending when I was budgeting, so I don't mind having it sit because I only track my spending and go on YNAB once a week. I don't do it from my phone or anything, I just know I have it in my account and budget it. So I spent $142.86, but it is a split transaction, so it was groceries, and then I have to split it. So the total was for $142.86. And we're gonna split it between groceries and household. So I'll definitely do it for this month or the next few months and see if it's overtaking my budget when I'm taking like family stuff out of household, and see if it overtakes my household budget. So let me just go to the Kroger app again and just see how much. I only bought a pack of garbage bags with this order, so that's the only thing that's coming from household. So it was originally $19.99. I got it on sale, so I'm trying to see what the sale price was, or it's $19.99 now. I got it for $15.99, and I'm gonna just do the 86 cents. No, because it's $15.99. There's 87 cents left because there's taxes here and there, and I don't really know. I did get that as well, but I'm gonna just count that as I got some seasoning that me and my sister like to use, but that can stay in the grocery budget, so I'll keep it like that. I'll do 16, and then the rest $126.86, and it's divided evenly. I could put all of these, but it doesn't really matter, it comes from the same place, but you can definitely fill all of this out to understand what exactly you spent your money on. So there's that one, and then my 2 automatic payments, so that's correct. $11.99 that came out, no changes, and $89.83 for my car insurance that came out with no changes. So on this account I spent so far $287.43. I can reconcile that. That's correct. So over here, as you can see, when you're using your credit card, it automatically pulls out of your categories. So if you have money in those categories, it goes directly to your credit card. So you have the money to pay off your card in full, which I do every month. But on this side, which it says overspent, and then it has it in June, $5.84. That is something that I bought for my niece. She cashed at me. So I just have to put it into that account, and it'll be covered without me having to pull from anywhere else, but I could if I needed to. So that account is correct. And then let's go to my last credit card. So I paid this card off on the 10th, so it's only been 8 days and nothing new has come out. I plan to use this card a little differently, but I haven't so far. I want this to be my swiping card, so whenever I'm out, because I have automatic transactions that come out on my last 2 cards, but on this card I only have this one transaction, so whenever I'm out I plan to swipe this card and use it that way, because this card has a good interest amount where I get cash back on my purchases. Let me just get rid of this. So I want to use this card more because I get better cash back than I do on this purple card, but nothing has come out. It's $0. I'm gonna reconcile it. Then my next few accounts is my saving accounts and my checking account. So I don't have to go through these accounts too often. I really do need to make some changes because as you can see, my checking account is getting pretty high. But I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I'll probably do it on my own and then I'll come in next week and apply those changes to YNAB. But other than that, I just checked the numbers. So $40,434.76. That is my long-term savings. I really want to invest. I want to purchase a house. So there's a few things I want to do with that money. But for now, until I talk to someone and figure out what I'm going to do, it'll stay there for now, but I might be moving it soon. But that's correct. For my short-term saving account, $3,250.05. That's correct. My mother's saving account, $209.38. That's correct. So the most movement I have is usually on my checking account. Let me just make sure. So the last thing I did here was my paycheck. So let me see. That was on June 11th. So let me go back there. 217. That's correct. Do I have? Okay, so I have a few transactions in between. Let me check my plan real quick because I have another water bill that came out, but I'm trying to see if I paid it last time or at least covered it. Okay, so that was for last month. So it's paid and fully covered. And for this month, I have this bill right here, so I can go back, add a transaction. This was on the 11th, and this is for the water bill. My water bill used to come out with my rent, but now if I pay my rent early, like the end of the month to the first of the month, my water bill come out a few days later. So I even now have to remember to pay it, or they'll send me a note. They should come out around the same times instead of like literally 5 days later, which I already paid my rent, so I don't think about it. So I have to add a reminder. But my water bill, that was $123.55. It's the same each month. In some places it's not, but in this apartment they have a set water bill, which I prefer. Next I have my Cash App for my niece. Cash App. This is going to my niece, but it's going to her spending. I'll split it because she gave me extra just because I went. So it was she sent me $7. That's an inflow. Then I'll do her spending and cover the $584. And this $116 can go into unexpected because I told her the price and she sent me the money, but then I had a little sale on it, so it wasn't too much, so she said keep it. And if I go to this credit card, was it this one? If I go to the second credit card, as you can see, the overspending is gone because now it's paid for. So the $584 was paid for because money went into my niece category, which it wasn't in there before. That's why I didn't bother moving any money around, because I knew once the Cash App hit, I was putting the money there. And the last thing that I have is my paycheck for the 3rd week of June. So it says the 17th because I got it early. I get paid on Fridays. It comes early on Thursday, but it's been coming on Wednesday, but I just keep it on Thursdays. So this is my paycheck. Go to ready to assign, and I got $644.38. No, 13 cents. $644.13, and that's what I got paid for the week. So let me just reconcile my account. $644, that's correct, $123.55, and the $7. That put my account at $5,116.74, that's correct. So all my accounts is up to date, and all I have to do is budget my third paycheck. So I have $644.13 to budget, and that will be in the next video. So I'll have some overspending to go over, just my water bill and my mother's cell phone bill that she'll give me that later. If she haven't paid for it already, I have to go over that, and then I'll be budgeting my paycheck. So thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.